Hey guys, we are getting ready for a Facebook Live on a wrong night. We're not normally on Sunday night, but I wanted to explain that to you. Give me a minute while it's getting into people's news feeds. Let me pull it up on my iPad. My Siri's trying to talk to me. So don't talk to me, Siri. Okay, give me a minute to pull it up. So tomorrow I am heading back to school for just 2 days a week, but I have a district meeting tomorrow. So I have to go. Normally I won't work on a Monday, but I will be tomorrow. And so it was easier to do it now than get up at 5:30 in the morning. And I'm not very good at 5:30 in the morning. So I'm hunting for it still. It's not popping up. I wonder why. There it is. There it is. Okay. So we're going to do this real cute Halloween box, but I want you to know that it can work for anything. It would be awesome for Valentine gifts. I took a class from a gal who taught this, and she used it with a Christmas box, and I'm going to show you that. But, you know, back to school treats, birthday, Christmas stocking, little things that you just need something to put some things in. So I'm going to go on ahead and turn this down while I'm waiting. Okay, there's the 7 o'clock timer. So give me a minute to turn this down. Okay, so I've got it on the iPad here. Let's see if we can get some comments going. So this is a project that I did in a class that I took with a gal named Erica Serwin. I did a workshop with her. And so you see, even we take classes. It's nice to be the one who is the student and not always the teacher. So let me try to get this straight because it drives me nuts if it's not straight. Getting better. Okay. So even though this is a Halloween project I'm doing tonight, go on ahead and look at it not from Halloween, because I know that not everybody does Halloween, but look at it on what can I do with this, because it's a neat little box that has a lot of wow factor to it. Okay, but before I do that, I want to show my notebook real fast. So I told you in my blog that I was gonna, this is how I store my scrap paper. And someone had reached out to me privately and had asked me about it. And I said, well, I would just show it here. So I have one with all 10 of the Regal colors in it. If you don't do a lot of paper cutting, you might be able to do like 20 colors in here. I just do a lot for all my classes. So I have a folder and it's labeled for every one of the colors in that frame. I can keep it, and for the most part, I keep them fairly straight. Every once in a while, Jim will sneak something in there for me that I didn't catch, that doesn't have a straight edge, and that's okay, because there's some of those that we can use. See, there's a whole bunch right there. Now, by just looking at that, you can see at a glance if you have any scraps that you can use. When you throw them in a basket, man, oh man, it's a lot easier to just go and pull a clean sheet of paper, but it's not very efficient. Also, I stand mine up in a cubby, and when I open up my cubby, I don't even pull it out. I pull it out about 3 or 4 inches, just far enough that I can look through and I can see the names, and I can go, Cajun Craze, what have I got here? Oh, I've got enough I can pull it out. I am able to do that without pulling the notebook out all the time. Now, once I have it out, if I want it and I need to use multiple pieces out of it, then I just open my 3-ring binder, take out my pieces, and put my binder back away. So, you know, everybody has to come up with a way to work things, what works best for them. Ah, I just spilt my drink. Give me a second. Okay. All right. Got it. All right, let me get this plug out of the way. So to do this box, I want to show it to you first as what we did with her. And this was a Christmas box that she did. I didn't even get it finished because I was using it last night as a pattern. I'm playing with it, so I need to tie some ribbon on it. But again, it's kind of hard to tie the ribbon if you don't have anything in it yet. So I just decided I was just going to leave it open like this for now, and then I can come back and fill it and then tie it closer to the holidays. But I turned around and I took the same box that Erica did and taught us in her class, and it's really a neat project, and it's easy, pretty easy to do. It really is. So let me go on ahead and pull this out. You need this tool or something like it for your scoring tool, okay? And I will tell you that most of the scoring tools come with I'm not getting any of the comments, guys, so if I'm not seeing, there they are. Hey, Debbie. Hi, Chris. Nice to have you with us. Anyhow, if you have a scoring tool, I'm going to be truthful. I threw this thing out twice and sold it in a garage sale. And then I bought it a third time because a friend told me, Lori in Nebraska said, you have got to have this. And I'm like, I don't like it. It didn't work. She said, it's because it's how you hold this. You've got to hold it at an angle and then draw down, and that will keep it in the groove. And I say that, and I'm not 100% at it. I'm still have my moments, but I'm going to go on ahead. We're going to start with a regular size sheet of paper, 8.5 by 11. I'm going to score it at a 1/2 inch. See, I got off. Okay, a 1/2 inch. I'm going to score it at 4. Going to score it at 5 3/4 and at 9 1/4. So we scored at 1/2 inch, 4 inches, 5 3/4, and 9 1/4. Now I'm going to turn it 1/4 inch or quarter turn. And on this side, I'm going to score it at 3/4 of an inch. Two and a half, and 6 3/4. Okay, so this one was at 3/4, 2 and a half, and 6 3/4. All right, so we're done with the scoring tool. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bone folder and I am going to crease all of these lines. Okay, just like so. So I was tickled to see some of you got brave and started posting pictures of how you store your scrap paper. And I know some of us, we score it and throw it in baskets and bags, and it works. Whatever works for you. I just know for me, I needed more. Because truly, it's easier to just go grab a clean piece of paper. Not efficient, but it's easier. And start with a fresh piece of paper and cut, and just keep piling them up. All right, so I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to fold this way just a little bit so that I can fold it either direction I want. You got to break your fibers. Okay, there it is. So now it lays flat. All right, now I want you to take your scissors and we're going to have to do a little bit of cutting. This is the 1/2 inch side. This is the 3/4 inch. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to come down and I'm going to cut off only this small little rectangle right there. okay? And then I'm going to cut a half a dart. You know, the old sewing machine, sewing home ec classes where you had to dart things. I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna cut a dart. I'm gonna cut up to this line right there. I'm not gonna cross it. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna cut. And it will make it easier to put this back together and fold it up as a box, okay? Hey Sue, nice to have you with us. So Pam and I are doing Halloween this week. We are doing Halloween treats and cards, and even though maybe you don't do Halloween, and some people don't just say, oh, I'm not gonna do it then. I'm not gonna watch because I don't do Halloween. This box is not specifically Halloween. Hey, Jonna. This box could be used, as I said earlier, for multiple things. You could use it for a Sunday school treat. You could have it for Valentine's Day treats. You could do it if you had a classroom or homeroom teachers or grandkids that want to take birthday treats. You could do it for birthday treats. All of those things. Okay, those darts make it easier to fold this up and to make it lay flat better. Okay? All right, now we're going to take this one. I have sections. One, let me pull it down. I have a section here that's very small. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to cut off 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to, 5. I'm going to leave 4 right there. And you can take a paper cutter, but I'm just going to take my scissors. May not be the straightest, but it'll work. Let's face it, they want what's in the box. It looks pretty, but they want what's in the box, not the box. Okay. So keep coming back this week. I know Pam and I both have some cards for Halloween that you could share. It doesn't have to be a Halloween. You can use the layouts for another card. Okay. I have a piece of paper there that I want to get rid of. All right, and then I'm going to do this one here. Okay. I'm going to cut just a hair off of that. That's that fold. Where the folds are, it does make it somewhat tricky to lay just right. So you do have to kind of be careful with that. All right, now I'm going to take a corner punch, and I don't have the tri-corner punch. I guess I ought to pick that up sometime. I just have an old corner punch, and I want to round both of these because this is going to be the piece right here. It's going to fold over, and it's going to give you, maybe you can see it better here. It's going to fold over and be the flap for this box. So I'm going to fold this over just so that I can put this in, and I'm going to punch. Now I have a rounded edge. Same thing here. And punch. Okay. And I know that the catalog has a tri-corner punch, and it works really well for people, but it was one that I just wanted the corner punch. I didn't really want all the decorative edging corners that it does. So, all right, so here's the actual box. The box is going to fold like so. And here will be the front. You know what? I think I'm going to put this on the inside still like I did. Okay? And this will be the bottom. So I'm going to take tear and tape, and I'm going to run tear and tape all the way down. Your tape adhesive will not hold. It's got to be a stronger adhesive to hold this together. They have Stampin what is it? Maybe something steel. I never get it right. There is a stick and steel, something like that. Stick and seal. Anyhow, I like tear and tape. It works really well. If you take your finger and if you rub it across it, it will make the adhesive sticky part of it adhere to the cardstock, and then it will release this white paper. So much easier. So much easier. Okay. So I'm going to fold this in. Whoops! Did I put it on the wrong side? But we're going to go this route instead. I was debating about it, so we will just do it. We'll just put it here. It could have gone either way. The reason I was debating about it is because I want you to see the edge is right there, and I don't really know that I like that. So now the edge is on the side and it's not noticeable. So maybe that was a good thing to do. Okay, so there's the box. We're gonna fold in the corners, fold this in, and we're gonna stick it down with tear and tape again. Use a couple of pieces. Pam is so good. She always cuts it. I'm just like, no, it doesn't say cut. It says tear and tape. So, again, rub it. If you don't rub it, it will not release very easy. And you're going to be complaining and griping about it. So, that is the key. And one roll of that tape goes a long time. All right, I'm going to fold this up and stick it down. Okay? Okay, now, I want it to go on ahead and be more of a pocket effect up here at the top. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push in my corners and line it up as best I can. And fold this over, okay? That one looks like it's got a little bit that needs to come off, so I'm going to trim just a hair on that. Whenever you have that fold, oh yeah, that lays better, okay? And all I did was I just pushed in these corner pieces right here. I just kind of pushed it in and folded it over. Okay, so let's go on ahead and let's decorate the front. No, let's don't. Let's put the holes in first. So I'm going to take my pen and I'm just going to figure out where about approximately. I'm not going to measure this. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. Looks pretty straight to me. And I'm going to take those and I'm going to use a small hole punch, not the regular size hole punch that we use for 3-ring binders. This is a smaller one. I don't think you want that big. In fact, this is almost gonna be too small. But my ribbon, I think I can get it to go through. We may have to play with it a little bit, but it'll get through there. Okay. Not lined up, measured perfect or anything like that. Now, once you have that, fold it back, hold it down, and take your pen and mark those. And that will be the other side of the hole punch to adhere it to the box. Okay. All right. Now, we're going to stop on this for a minute. Okay, so I want to decorate it. And when she did it, she just Erica had us put down a piece of DSP, and then she had a big label. And I like a lot of layers. So I started off with a layer here, a mat that is 3 3/8 by 4 1/8. And then I cut out of the Cutest Halloween DSP, I believe is what it's titled. I cut out a piece that is 3 1/4 by 4. And I want the orange stripes. When I planned this, I almost was going to do this tomorrow night or Tuesday night because Pam likes orange. So, and then I thought, nah, I'm going to get this over with and get it out of the way. We are going to do cards and stuff instead, I think. All right, put that on here. And then I have an orange mat that is 2 3/8 by, well, it's 2 3/8 square. And then I have a DSP that, I just love that bat paper. Is that not the cutest thing? That is my Fiona's Halloween card that I'm going to do tomorrow. And this one is 2 1/4. And I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to wait on this for a minute because we're going to actually emboss. And while I'm thinking about it here too, this will be a lot nicer looking on the front if you do the tear and tape on it as well. Otherwise, it kind of like tries to pop loose. Just a little bit. Okay. All right, so we're gonna leave this run right here for now. We're gonna take this piece and we're gonna emboss it. Pam would be so proud of me. All right, so I'm gonna take my embossing buddy. And I wanna wipe it across so it gets rid of any static and keeps the oils from my fingers sticking to it. And I'm gonna take my Versamark. And I want it to say which way is the candy, which way to the candy. I'm gonna do it the very same way, only it's gonna be orange instead of the green box. And I want it down in this bottom corner here. Which way to the candy? I think it's a little crooked, but life goes on. All right, and then I'm gonna use embossing powder and put on top of this. I know there is a white craft ink. I don't have any luck with that either. I don't like that. The craft ink and I do not care for each other. So, okay, I want to put that off there so I don't lose that. Let me heat emboss this. And Chris, I have another tool use for your ribbon holder. There it goes. Looks good. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that just cool off here. We're gonna come over here and I want the witch. Now, I wanted the witch on a circle to look like it's flying across the moon. So I went and I took one of our circle layers, our layering circle dies, and I cut it out of a piece of paper. And this is gonna be my template. This is called a Stamparatus. If you've not used it before, it helps you to stamp things straight. If you're doing multiple things, it helps you with that. Now there's the circle. But it's another trick. I can lay this, since this is the size of the template, I'm going to lay my circle in there. And the black doesn't get really dark, dark black, okay? So, hey Tracy, nice to have you with us. So I'm going to take this, and I have already made sure that it fits there. And I'm going to put this on and press and lift carefully because you don't want that circle to move. But can you see what I mean? It's not a solid black image, and I really want black. I want it to be shadowed. So what I'm going to do, as long as nothing has moved, I can ink it again, and I can go right over it, and as long as nothing moved, it will stamp right directly on top of that image, and it will darken that black. Better, but there's still splotches in it. So I'm going to do it a third time. I don't use the Stamparatus. Like, there are people that stamp with it all the time. To me, it takes a long time to set it up. It's messy to clean up, and that looks good for me. Yeah, maybe a little more. Let's go one more time. So we're going to go 4 times, and because everything has stayed in its spot, it just keeps building the layers of ink on top of each other and really darkens it. There it is. Okay. All right, so we've used the Versamark. We have used the Stamparatus. Now let's find the lid to the, there it is, to the black memento. This is done, and it can go over here. Okay, let's put some orange around it. Let's take pumpkin pie and take a sponge dauber. And even though it looks like it's dirty, I wash my sponge daubers. Throw them in water, let them soak overnight, and it's amazing how much ink comes out, okay? And there's nothing there. So when I do this, it's all gonna be orange. No blue. I'm just gonna go around my moon. Like so. So you could take this, and maybe you wanted a smaller box, maybe not so wide. You could cut it down. You could adjust your measurements. You just have to play with it a little bit. Take an old piece of DSP, cut it down, and start playing, and that'll give you the right measurements if you don't like mine. So there's that, the witch going across the moon. I'll soak that tonight, and it'll be done. Okay, now we have this piece here, and I'm gonna put my adhesive on the back. Again, this was a 2 1/4 inch square of DSP, and I'm putting it on top of a 2 3/8 square. We are not too far from being done. It went fast. Okay. Turn around, and I'm gonna put it on here. This will work fine on the paper. It's just keeping the paper to the bag. It didn't want to stay as well when I took it and used it on the bag. I'm gonna come down a little more. Okay, and then we're gonna take this and pull these, and we'll go back to our bag. I don't know why they got rid of these paper piercing tools. I love them. So when they closed out of it, and they knocked them down from $7 to $2. I think I bought a dozen of them. So you could always talk me out of one if you wanted. They're just very, very handy. Okay, just like so. I'm going to take that over to the box. I'm going to try to somewhat center this on the box as best I can. The bad thing about the tear and tape is that it is very sticky and it will adhere pretty fast. So you have to pretty much know where you're going to go with it. Okay. All right, now let's put on the witch, but we want to put her on with some dimensionals. We don't want her flat. We want the moon popped up. There was a full moon last night. Donna Ewing, a member of our church, had posted a picture of it. Of course, she's over the nursing at Lock Haven, and she was like, oh, sorry, nurses. Full moon. Usually those come off, but that's not. And it's that way with school. We teachers, oh my gosh. And probably, if I'm not mistaken, it's that way with policemen too. They deal with a full moon. Okay, isn't that cute? All right, now, let's take the ribbon. And I love this black and white ribbon, but I didn't like it on that. I liked it on this, but I had a little white showing down here in the house and the moons and the windows and stuff. So we're gonna color this up. So we're gonna take the ribbon. I'm gonna get out about that much. And I'm gonna take the blends. Hey, hi Terry. Are you still down? Were you in San Antonio, Terry, down at Candy's? Candy Rattries. That's the light. I'm gonna leave it at that. I could go darker. If you take your blend, you can just go over the ribbon and color the ribbon to what color you want it to be. And I like that a lot better than the white. Terry, were you in San Antonio? Yes, I wondered if that's where you were at. She's a neat gal, really talented. Okay, now just in case, I'm gonna go over the back side just to make sure that I've got it good and coated. It's the easiest way to dye your ribbons. And that was the light pumpkin pie. I don't think you need a darker one. All right, I'm gonna start with the piece on the inside, and I'm gonna try to get my ribbon to go through those holes. I said this one might have been tricky for my ribbon. There. Another use for these, Chris. Poking the ribbon through holes. These things are just awesome little tools. Okay. All right. So it'd be a lot cuter if we put some candy in it. So I went candy shopping today. If you don't go to Dollar Tree, you guys, Dollar Tree has the best candies. I'm telling you. So they already have, look at this. They already have ghouly ghost faces. And of course, you have to always have Werther's just because they're pretty. And they had pumpkins. And there's something else down here I gotta dig for. Oh, they had eyeballs. They had eyeball candies. Hello. A few more of those. All right. Oh, that's heavy. All right, now I got that much. Now we're gonna take this and we're gonna go through the little flap at the top. There's one, and there's the other. When you do this, it will line up and bring it together. Isn't that much better, that ribbon, than it would have been if I had used the white ribbon? Just needed to be orange. Take my tweezers, hold that spot. Because this is shorter, I'm going to turn my box. Okay. Loosened up on me just a hair. Let's go again. We got time. Let's hold it to the paper, maybe. Hold it to the paper. So I assume, Terry, you flew to San Antonio. It seems ages ago since we flew home from Las Vegas that time and visited with you all the way. Still turning, but that's okay. We'll get it figured out. I'll put a glue dot on afterwards. You got the idea. Okay. Now, we're not quite done. We got just one more thing to do, and then we're done. So, there's the box, and they have some of these cute star adhesives that are covered with Diet Coke on the backside from my spill. All right. So, let's see. I may have to pull them off with this. I don't know. Yeah, that'll work. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I got some little ones. One more, and we are done. Isn't that cute, guys? Okay, so there's the box. There's one. Here was my green one. Those were the matte. They're the matte gems that are in the holiday catalog. They're in maybe real red, old olive, evening evergreen, soft succulent, and kind of a yellow daffodil delight. And all of that was based on this one box here that I got from the class. So keep in mind, you can use it for multiple things. It would be really, really cute. Do you not use the pick tool by Stampin' Up? You know, Jonna, I have it, and that little gummy stuff just keeps coming out of my thing, and then when I need it, it's too hard. I know, I don't use it. Really and truly, I use, of all the things, I find scissors the easiest for me. Find scissors the easiest. We could put a couple of stars up there if we wanted. All right, maybe overkill, but that's okay. All right, I prefer all of this, and I know a lot of people like the pick tool. It just doesn't work as well for me. I don't know, maybe I'm just weird or something. Okay, so there it is. Oh, my husband just said he'd go along with that. He thinks I'm weird too. The matte gems look great on Stampin' Up! Craft paper too. Oh, I bet they would. Hi, Kathy. Nice to have you with us. Okay, so guys, that is it. So let me turn you around. We have a drawing. I don't even know how fast that was. What time is it, Jim? Curious how fast it is. What time is it? Okay, so here we go. I have taken all of your names and dropped them in here. These are the people that were brave enough to post pictures of how they store their scraps. Some of you have a system that you use. Chris, yours is a very efficient one with all your colors and all that. Then others have boxes, some have baskets, some just have it in some kind of a little catch-all thing. I've done them all. You know, find something that works for you. But here we go. They're all in here. All right. Okay, this is it. No dropping it this time. I have dropped it before. Lori Gladhill. Lori Gladhill, you are the winner. Okay, so here's your choice, Lori Gladhill. Your choice is a pack. Oh, Penny, you forgot to post. Yours is in a tote. You have either your choice of a pack of 24 of the laser cut snowflakes, or the Hostess stamp set called Seasons of Fun, with the little boy and the pile of leaves, the pumpkin, and the snowflakes, and the puppy, and the little one with the tree. So either one of those, you get to choose which one you want. All right, guys, that was it for today. I will post all of the measurements tomorrow, probably tomorrow late afternoon. I will post that. I will get up and I will work on it tomorrow. If you haven't been checking out my blog, lolaris.com, please do so, because it's just helping me to keep practicing. I'm constantly learning on everything. I'm always trying different things on it. I'm not very good, but anyhow, lolaris.com, you can go on and it will post for you on a regular basis in your email. If you sign up, it'll post. So Virginia Douglas, hey, it's nice to have you with us too. All right, guys, I'm all done. Thanks a lot. Take care. Happy first day of school for a lot of kids going back to school. Happy first day of school for all the teachers. Yeah, good luck with that. All right, take care. Love you. Bye-bye.